Hello, hello. Happy Christmas to you all. It's another year and it's another opportunity for me to sit here and talk a lot of shit all about the music I've listened to this year and what I think's good and not what I think isn't good, just the ones that I think are good, because everything's pretty bloody decent, isn't it, really, apart from some of the shit that we won't mention. I've got wine. Wine is good. Happy Christmas, as I believe I started off saying. I've got a lot of long words and a lot of words that I can't pronounce in my top 20 this year, so the wine is probably going to be a complete fucking mistake. But hey ho, let's just roll with it, and you can laugh at me when I fuck everything up as we go along. Big sip. So the year, yes, well, things have got a bit better, haven't they? Or they did for a while. Who knows what's going to happen next? But it's been great to see live music back. We've started promoting again. Clobber's been going good this year. We've had some fantastic releases. I don't know if you've been keeping track of them. We had, right at the beginning of the year, a fantastic album, Dirges, from And Now the Owls Are Smiling, our very, very most favourite miserable bastard in the whole universe. And that has done phenomenally well and been very, very well received and very, very well reviewed. We had Areska Gal came out on their EP called End, came out on cassette in, oh god, the summertime sometime, was it? I don't know if you checked that out, but I did catch them for the first time live the other night at our show we put on at Scruffy Murphy's in Birmingham. And bloody hell, what a band. They are, if you want speed, Jesus Christ, I mean, it was the fastest I've seen in a long, long time. Absolutely brilliant. Also, we put out Wolven Crown's EP, A Shadow of What Once Was. They did a phenomenally good video for it. And it was something that they've thrown out in between their album releases, which are on slightly larger labels than Clubber. But hey ho, it's brilliant. We're so grateful to have it, and it's gone down extremely well. One worth checking out if you haven't checked it out. Live shows are back on, as I said. I've seen a lot of you around. We've been promoting again at Scruffy Murphy's. We've put on, we had a fantastic show actually with Baal, Goza and Trivax. And again, also we didn't promote it, but we went up to Leeds to watch Trivax's 10th anniversary show. Our good friends Shayan and Sully and Matt. What a fantastic night that was. I've seen Necronautical and all sorts of people around the place. It's just been good to be back. And what's been, we got Cumbria. I only went once, but Cumbria happened twice. What's been great is you can actually watch people being sick again, which has been nice, because that's probably the one thing I've really missed for that whole year of nothing, was just I never saw anybody sick. I mean, it was just a barren wasteland of no vomit, and now again you can just watch people being sick. How wonderful is that? Just to be able to stand back and watch another man or woman hurl their insides onto the floor. It's just beautiful, and haven't we missed it? Excuse me a minute. So anyway, I'm here to give you my top 20 this year. I've listened to an awful lot of music, as you've seen, indulged in all kinds of things, but if I can find my list, I will give you the 20 to 11. Should we start with that? Okay, so in at 20 is Windfarer with their sorrowful Black and Doom offering Breaths of Elder Dawns, out on Avant-Garde Music. At 19, it's Vessel of Iniquity with The Doorway on Sentient Ruin Laboratories. I love this label. They put out all kinds of weird crap. If you haven't ever gone onto their back catalogue, do go and check it out. This is just filthy, swampy, deathy nastiness, noisiness that is just fills your soul with glee, essentially. At 18, it's Mare Cognitum with Solar Paroxysm. This is on I Voidhanger Records, another label that I'm very, very fond of. It's a beautiful, beautiful, ritualistically sort of Eastern influenced panoramic journey of wonderfulness. God, I've had too much wine. I'm talking absolute shit already, and we're only on 18. Have a sip, that will answer it, won't it? Not bad. So 17, right? The Ruins of Beverast with the Thule Grimoires. I'm managing to get all these words out, which is good. That's on Van Records again. I mean, who can say anything bad about Van Records? They just release banger after banger. Ruins of Beverast never go wrong, and this is another exemplary example of what they can do. So yeah, that's 17. At 16 is Netherbird with Arete. One that was quite overlooked, I think. This was on Eisenwald. It's a melodic black metal sort of well, it's a masterpiece in my eyes. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I've gone back and the cover is to die for. So yeah, that's 16. At 15, UK black metal from Old Forest. They've come back, and I love that band, and I haven't seen them in ages. But they came back with Mournful. Even bought a T-shirt. Bloody hell, I must have been keen. It's just another beautiful piece of UK black metal. Quite mysterious in a lot of ways, especially you can't really find it very easily. They've done the old, just sort of hide it away and buy it on physical. Boom, good plan. At 14, one of my favourite bands, as we probably all know, Harry Kiri for the Sky with Mare. This wasn't as good as Arson. It was long. It was on AOP Records, again, who I adore. It's a bloody good record. Arson was just had a little bit more edge to it, but this has just got so many dynamics and beauty to it. If you haven't checked it out, and I know some people get a bit funny about the whole kind of hardcore black metal-ish crossover maybe, but no, I love it. At 13, it's Inferno with Paradigma, Phosphenes of a Photic Eternity. Jesus Christ, bit elaborate, isn't it? That's on De Burba Morty. Again, probably my favourite label. A lot of our favourite labels, I'm sure. Again, a swirling, massive, beautiful black metal crossover, kind of experimental edge soundscapes. Fantastic record. At 12, here we go. Got a fucking Greek word, haven't I? So it's Spectral Law, who I'm sure you've all heard of, with Heterophotos. Should we go with that? It's on I Void Hanger. It's again a beautiful piece of writing, very panoramic and elaborate. Is that I mean elaborate in a good way. Yeah, well worth checking out if you haven't checked it out. At finally at 11, because we were doing 20 to 11, it's Noltem with Illusions in the Wake. That's out on Transcending Obscurity. This one came out quite late in the year, I think. But again, Transcending Obscurity are known for their death metal. I mean, they got a Woundbath record that's just come out that's fucking devastatingly good. Didn't make it on the list, probably because it's only just sunk in. But this is kind of Black and Death crossover, atmospheric Black and Death, should we call it? Absolutely brilliant record, and well worth checking out. So that was 20 to 11. So, quick break in the middle while we pour another glass of the old Vino. Bit of Rioja, as usual. One of my favourite tipples, as some of you may know. Just thought I ought to quickly update you on stuff we've got coming up. As you may have seen, we've announced that we are releasing the new Wolf Bastard record, UK crusty, punky, black metal loveliness from some very lovely people. That comes out on January the 14th, and it's called Hammer the Bastards. We released the first single a few weeks ago, Fear the Executioner. I don't know if you've seen it, but you can hear a bit now, right now. So yeah, that's Fear the Executioner. We got another single coming out very soon. The album is available already to pre-order on lovely blood splatter red vinyl. As the band said, they wanted to look like a priest that had his head caved in, which is really nice. It's just, wholesome, I think is the word we'd use for that. It's also available on cassette and on CD Digipack, and will be available on digital. So that's January the 14th, Wolf Bastard, Hammer the Bastards. We've also got a very, very exciting announcement to make very soon for another album that will be out in the early part of next year from another UK extreme metal band. I will say no more than that at this point, but we are more than stoked to have their release on the label. And we're just really happy in Clobber at the moment that the scene is strong. We obviously go to a lot of gigs and we support a lot of music and we know a lot of people in the scene. But it's just lovely that we can draw them all together into one stable of neighing horses, shall we call it. And we're chuffed to bits with that. So thank you for all your support. And thank you to the bands for wanting to come and sign with us. And we hope we can go on because it's a lot of fun. You know, it's what it's all about. And I'm really, really enjoying it. And I hope that the label can go on to bigger and better things because, quite frankly, it means a lot to us. And that's not a joke. I know I appear to sound utterly flippant most of the time, sat here with a glass of wine in my hand. But we do take it really seriously, and we try very hard for all of our bands and to support the scene as much as possible. And without that, there'd be no scene. So let's, thank you and keep supporting. Chin chin. So I'm going to do the top 10 now. Before I did say I didn't want this to bang on for hours, and I can see the old clock's ticking away there. So let's rattle through 10, shall we? Here we go. And I'm sure most of these records are on everybody's lists, so I don't need to say much about them. At 10, Spectral Wound, A Diabolic Thirst, out on Profound Law, which, yes, everybody's got that on the list. It's a banger, we know it. At 9, Seth, La Morsure du Christ, on Season of Mist. That went down well. Didn't see it on many lists, strangely, but bugger me, it's a good record. I adored it. At 8, it's our friends in Necronautical with Slain in the Spirit out on Candlelight Records. What is there not to say about Necronautical? The one thing I will say, very, very briefly at this point, is I did, like many of you I'm sure, did catch their set at Bloodstock. And I said it at the time, and I will say it again here on record, so it is on, social media or wherever this shit ends up. It was one of the best black metal sets I've ever seen, and that's not a joke. All credit to them. Certainly with their operatic parts and everything, it was absolutely spellbinding. And I'm not going to say any more than that, but it was brilliant. 7, Stormkeep, Tales of Other Time, out on Van Records again. This is again on a lot of end of year lists. It's the guitarist at A Blood Incantation, which I think is even nicer. They did, and lots of people said it's their debut. It's not. There was one before, but it wasn't actually. It was all right. It wasn't brilliant, but this is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's just everything everybody wants to hear in black metal. It's like going back 25 years. It's superb. In at 6, Forhist with their self-titled, or his self-titled, should I say, album on De Verba Morti. This is the man behind Bloodhouse Nord. Everybody loved it because it had a fox curled up on the cover. I loved it because I think it's fucking brilliant music, and I don't hate animals, far from it. But it's a genuinely decent record, and you can tell it's the guy behind Bloodhouse Nord because it's mysterious, exactly like everything he does. At 5, Elend with Trieb, the EP. Again, it's an EP, but it made it a 5. I heard this early in the year. I was blown away by it. Absolutely brilliant record. Just check it out if you haven't. At 4, it only just came out not long ago. Der Weg einer Freiheit with Nocturne, out on Season of Mist. Mysteriously, beautifully dark and extreme, like everything they've ever done. I still want to see him live. Haven't seen him live, but I will. I was supposed to see him at some point, but it's probably another one of them that disappeared into the ether. So there we go. At 3, Woad, UK black metal with death edges, should we call it? Burning Many Mirrors, out on 20 Buckspin. Another good label. Woad, absolutely fantastic band. This is the best album they've done by far, and can't go wrong. Didn't get to see, the one thing I didn't do is get to see them. I saw the last 3 songs at Damnation because, and I know they're moving venues, but bugger me, the bloody organisation. I queued to watch Conjurer so I could watch Woad. Didn't make any sense at all. But we all know that festival has had some. All credit to the organisers, and all credit to the festival, because it is absolutely brilliant. I had a whale of a time this year. Even lost my bloody phone crowd surfing to some god awful shit like Carcass. Love Carcass. Don't know why I said that. But yes, it was, yeah. It's a change of venue will be a damn good idea. Okay, we're up to the top two. So are you ready? At number 2, and I can't even say this. It's Turner. However, Istock on Candlelight Records, absolutely sublime record. Can't go wrong if you haven't heard it. The cover says it all. It does what it says on the tin, as they say. And finally, for 2021, at number 1 is this record, and it's not Oven, which everybody thinks it's called Oven. It's Dold Vord Ens Nam, Oven, something like that, with Morkia, out on Prophecy Productions. This is, it blew me away the first time I heard it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it blew me away. It's got members of Ulfar and ex-Satyricon members in it, I think. They formed this band, and to me it just epitomises the whole spirit of the heart of black metal on a very human level, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you haven't heard it, check it out. But they're not called Oven, but it looks like Oven. But who would listen to a band called Oven? Well, me probably, because it sounds quite cool. But anyway, I probably, oh god, see, time's rattling on. I'm going to say goodbye now, because I can see that the time is ticking away. Happy Christmas to you all. Hope you have a great New Year. It's been great to come back and do another one of these. I hope you've enjoyed it. And support Clubber next year. Support live music. Let's hope everything gets back to normal. I love you all, and I shall see you all soon. Take care.